left is unbelievable. The expectations. See, they're expecting James Comey, who already said that he has never been pressured. He's never got an untoward pressure. And if he had been pressured, if Donald Trump had tried to obstruct justice, he would have been duty-bound, legally bound to report it and duty-bound to resign. And he didn't do that. So if he says that, he's going to indict himself. So the left is over the moon and the right is saying nothing's going to happen. And probably these things tend to explode, but it doesn't matter. Comey will say something. We can be sure that the left will spin for 3 days into Trump, obstructed justice. You have to hear how. I mean, the thing is, there's plenty of scandal on the left to go around. The only law we know that's been broken is the unmasking of Michael Flynn. There have been subpoenas sent out to old Obama people about unmasking. We know that Obama was playing fast and loose with intelligence, and there's reason to suspect he was doing it to get at Donald Trump. We know he played with the IRS for political reasons, so why wouldn't he play with intelligence for political reasons? There's plenty of questions Comey could be asked that will be the headline after the anti-Trump hysteria dies down. So there's a lot for the right to be looking forward to. But you have got to listen. This is Chris Matthews. I usually don't go to MSNBC for media stuff, but it's so representative and so hilarious. It's worth listening. This is him anticipating the Comey hearing.
I'm thinking back to the Army McCarthy hearings. I'm thinking about John Dean testifying that really broke open the Watergate story because he had a photographic memory. I think Comey may have that ability. I think he has a Jimmy Stewart quality, so the good guy quality, and he's going to stand there. He's going to sit there and look up to the hearing senators, the big shot senators, and I think people are going to give him all the time he needs. This is scary for Trump. When I pick up the newspaper Friday morning, the major newspapers of this country, top of the fold, I will see a big picture, and it will not be Donald Trump for the first time in a long time. It will be James Comey testifying. It is going to be a powerful moment that Trump won't like. He's going to be pushed out of the spotlight for this guy. Unless he pulls one of these weird Jokers things out of the Batman comics and shows up on TV shows that night, which I think he might do, and try to bump him from the news. I think Trump may try that, say 7 o'clock. Come on, hardball, Mr. President, we'd like to have you on, because I think he's going to try to find some way to displace this powerful witness and powerful testimony we're all going to get.
It's Jimmy Stewart versus the Joker in Chris Matthews' mind. Jimmy Stewart versus the Joker, and he's worried. He's anxious. How when you're anticipating something good happens, you get anxious that maybe it'll go wrong. He's worried that Donald Trump will steal James Comey's thunder by being the president, by showing up on a TV show. But I love it. It's Jimmy Stewart versus the Joker in the minds of the mainstream media, and I only played that because it's representative. I mean, they're having happy hours and all this stuff. So Joe Scarborough, who has also just lost his mind. I mean, he got married to his co-host and he just lost his mind. And he is now under the impression that Trump is paying attention to him and he can work in Trump's head, that he gets in Trump's head. Recently, after Trump left the Paris deal, he said, oh, well, this proves Steve Bannon is president. And you just know, he's trolling Trump, hoping Trump will say, what? You said Bannon is president? Why, by golly, I'll fire Steve Bannon on the spot. Trump cares what Joe Scarborough said. So now he has this Republican strategist Steve Schmidt, and listen to them trying to intimidate. Comey's going to testify before the Senate Intel Committee, and he's trying to intimidate the Republican senators on the committee into being tough on Trump, asking Comey the tough questions. Listen to this exchange.
And there are some young rising stars. You have someone like Tom Cotton, combat veteran, Harvard-educated lawyer, someone in his early 40s who could have a real national profile. Is he going to get to the truth tomorrow, or is he going to be a shill for the administration? Marco Rubio, another person with a long career ahead of him. How is he going to handle this? So I think we're looking for a generation now of younger Republican leaders. Are they going to put the country first? Are we going to get to the bottom of what happened, or are we going to see nonsense tomorrow?
Right. And of course, those are the two people you named actually went to the White House and had dinner last night.
They did.
Donald Trump, again, being a schmuck, thinking that he can buy people's integrity by inviting them over to the White House and wowing them. I'm sorry, that's how he thinks. I know that firsthand. He thinks if he invites you to the White House and gives you food, that you are going to cut him a break, cut him slack.
the president is a schmuck, and then Trump is hit for being uncouth. This is what I like. There's a guy, Rizla Aslan, is that his name, on CNN, who keeps calling Trump a POS, and then he apologizes saying it's not like me, and then you go back and see that he's done it like any number of times. It's exactly like him. And then they call Trump uncouth. So here is, and the whole point of this is to intimidate Marco Rubio and Tom Cotton, and say, are you going to put your country first or not? Are you going to, ask Comey? Because what they should really ask him is, like, how much unmasking did the Obama administration do, and who did they share the intelligence with? They should be asking those questions as well. So here's Eric Trump on Hannity, and I love this. He was asked about, well, you can listen.
Well, don't you wish you went to Washington so you could be dealing with this every second of every day?
You know what? I've never seen hatred like this. I mean, to me, they're not even people. It's so sad. I mean, morality's just gone. Morals have flown out the window. We deserve so much better than this as a country. Right. And, it's so sad. You see the Democratic Party. They're imploding. They're imploding. They have no message. You see the head of the DNC, who is a total whack job. There's no leadership there. And so what do? They become obstructionists because they have no message of their own. They have no solid candidates of their own. They lost the election that they should have won because they spent 7 times the amount of money that my father spent. They have no message. So what do they try and do? They try and obstruct a great man. They try and obstruct his family. They come after us viciously.
Eric,
and it's truly horrible.
So are Democrats people? We will answer that question, but first we have to cut away from Facebook and YouTube. You got to come over to thedailywire.com to hear the mailbag. All answers to questions are guaranteed 100% correct and will change your life, possibly for the better. And you can subscribe over there so you can be in next week's mailbag. And if you subscribe for the year, you get Ben's new book, Say It So, Papa, Dad, Me, and the 2005 White Sox champion season, a great Father's Day present.